What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to my truck where we happen to be all the time now, seeing that we're just traveling all over the place. So that's what we're doing again today. We are traveling to another buddy's place that I don't think you guys have actually ever met. He's slightly Instagram famous, I'll give him that. A lot of you guys may know him as Battleship 67. His actual real name is Brian. It's kind of funny. Raise your hand if you've ever kind of like had a friend through social media, Instagram, and like found their name out way later than what you actually knew their Instagram name was. But Brian and I have been buddies. His other buddy Dan, I think, is going to be here. We're going out to his place. A lot of you guys like to, and I thank you, I appreciate it very much. You know, I try my best to have very clean, neat builds. My engine bay, I try to make as nice and neat and tidy. Brian has an OCD level that is far beyond anything that I am capable of, I believe. His build, in my opinion, is probably one of, if not the nicest, cleanest, craziest third-gen builds out there. So do yourself a favor before you even meet him. He's a really cool dude. He's got no filter. He's a blast to be around. I'm really hyping Brian. Man, Brian, you owe me for this one. But anyway, we're gonna go out here. We're gonna hang out with him. I really want to showcase his build. Even though it's not running quite yet, it's almost there. It is a truly incredible build. Go follow his Instagram. I'll put down here. I'll put Dan's Instagram down here. I believe we're gonna try and wash this turd of a truck that we're driving around right now, and just kind of hang out. We're just kind of hanging out today. Who knows what the day is going to lead us, but anyway, that is what we are up to this fine day. The weather is not so great today, but we're gonna make the best of it and have a great day.
You want to film this?
What are you doing in there?
This thing's about to blow up in my face.
Already up to no good. All right, Brian, come say hello to the internet. Hi, Dan. Hi, Brian.
What up, internet?
Hola. All right, we're gonna talk about this beast before Daniel-san. Daniel-san's already out here trying to wash my truck, and we haven't even started talking about the truck. Oh boy, where do we even start with this thing? All right, so this is my buddy Brian. This is my buddy Dan. We are here hanging out, and this is what I really wanted to show you guys. It's not done, it's not complete, but man, oh man, does this truck take the cake when it comes to OCD. Like you said, OCD moments.
Just a little bit.
Like over the top. So do you want to like let's talk about the truck. Like, where did this even start? We've talked about it a little bit, but tell the people about the truck that we are looking at and the journey that it's kind of taken.
Well, just like any truck, you know, it's been a journey over 10, 11 years now, so it wasn't always a pavement pounder. It actually was a work truck a few years ago when I did construction and hauling milk and stuff like that, so it's seen dirt roads and it's seen rock chips, and that's pretty much what led to it now really being a total makeover, and that's why we did what we did, because it was actually falling apart, literally rust. And
so the rust is really what started. So I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it is it's a full complete paint job, door jams, everything. We'll get into all the little details, but fully painted. You said you painted it, so you've had the truck 11 years, you said?
I've had the truck 11 years.
So just kind of like, this is like a very similar story to my 05. My 05 was like my first ever diesel truck. You said this one's kind of the same, right? First ever diesel truck?
First ever diesel truck. Didn't, you know, typical, you know, you get your first diesel, you throw the tuner on, the clutch, and you do, how should I word that? Government recommended parts. Kind of,
you know, some things have fallen off.
They've disappeared, and they're maybe in a lake.
So when was, you said, so basically, how many years ago was the first major transformation?
First major transformation was in 2010. That's really when we started upping the game.
And oh yeah, baby, look, oh baby. So when you got it painted, that was like the first overhaul that you decided to do the engine and do a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, we didn't really get too carried away with, you know, the wiring and stuff like that and painting the engine bay, but you know, we dressed it up and cleaned up. You know, you don't want wires just sitting on manifolds and stuff like that.
So I think the biggest thing that always kind of sticks out to me, and this is so we're not talking for 20 minutes. So the thing's been through 3 major revisions, right? So the first one we kind of went into was the first overhaul a couple years ago when he painted it And that's when you put the first engine in it, right?
That was the first major real build of kind of compared to what you see now.
Yep.
It was back in 2016 is when we started.
And then you had an engine failure.
And then we had an engine failure on fire up.
Okay, so this is phase 2 was when you rebuilt the engine again.
Yes.
And then you started getting into the wiring, right?
Yes. Phase 2, we went in and started, hey, let's do a wire talk comparative what the guys do in the car.
You have an electrical, semi-electrical background of what your day job is to do a lot of this. Like, you have modified almost every single wire on this entire truck, body wise, engine wise. Like, let's look in this shot right here will give you guys a really good glimpse of what exactly is going on. So the computer, the TIPM, yeah, pop over here. So every single wire in this truck has been modified, touched, changed, and this is a fully functioning street truck. We'll call it a street truck. This is not a race truck. Like, turn signals, everything still functions, works like a factory truck, but you don't see any of it. And that is what just blows my mind every time I see this truck. And I've actually never seen the truck actually in person up this close, and me and Brian have been shooting the crap for a couple hours now, waiting for Dan to wake up here. What? Sorry, what? Anyway.
I need my beauty sleep.
But anyway, this is round 3.
Final round.
Final.
We need to...
Bull crap.
Final.
For the record.
Bull crap.
Final. I'm making a final paperwork.
Final for Daniel.
I contract in a waiver with Dan and my wife, and this is being documented.
I don't believe it.
Okay. It's not the final.
You're backpedaling already.
It is the final. We're not pulling the engine.
All right, so my battery's dying, so we might have to swap a battery. But Brian and Dan both built the truck, so
yes,
equal credit. Brian wanted to make sure Dan got enough credit here.
There's not.
Dan keeps Brian in line because Brian has squirrel moments. But anyway, you actually have a squirrel on your leg? Wow.
The thumb's backwards. Take note.
Brian, aka Squirrel.
Work on trucks. We're allowed to cut corners and do things shade tree. Well, in aviation, that's not allowed at all. You can't use anything that is questionable or jeopardizes security.
So your aircraft background led you into taking apart every single wire on this entire vehicle, which you didn't really have any experience with this truck wiring when you started taking it all apart.
When Dan and I did this, I was actually really nervous because, in aviation, everything's laid out for you. Manuals, and they teach you like at a 6th grade level.
Yeah.
So everything's cut and dry. So when you jump into something new, it's like you backpedal.
And there is no manual for how to de-pin your entire truck and figure it all out. So what we're looking at is almost the finished version of round 3. So what are you still waiting on? I mean, there's obviously a little bit of wiring still left to do, but what's the overall goal plan for the truck, this final, well, let's call it just the 3rd round. Let's not call it the final round, but you don't want to see any wires anywhere.
That is really the ultimate good. To have I shouldn't kind of label myself as having the cleanest truck, but it's
I'll give you that label. But
it's more of a personal thing to see what my level that I can obtain, with us, because it's just us. We're not car guru guys who
same as me. Just another guy in the garage. So. It's so hard to actually visually remember. You know what? I'm gonna put a picture up of a factory truck right here from this angle, and then we're gonna switch to this because you don't even realize what's not even here. So most people, they can get away with the deleting a second battery, your overflow, all that stuff. But over here, you have your main battery, you have your TIPM, you have everything. Brian's still trying to figure out a way to get rid of his, complete master cylinder over here so you don't see any of that. But
I'm open to suggestions.
There is so much stuff in here that it looks so perfect right now, but man, is there a lot of stuff that, and again, it's all secret squirrel stuff up in here, but...
Hence why I slapped the fenders back on today.
Oh, they weren't even on?
No. I'm not giving away all the secrets.
Oh boy. But man, this thing is just, is beautiful, top to bottom. So it was a G56. You just swapped to a 48, right?
Yes, it's fully built by a buddy who is local, very well known trans builder, Chris Galeball.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. So what is the rundown like fueling turbo wise? Like if people actually want to like know what's the goal horsepower wise? Like what are you doing?
Horsepower, I think 1,000 horsepower is pretty reasonable number to come by nowadays. So that's really the goal with that. I'm not going to push the envelope any more than that.
Yeah, that's not really your main focus.
Not. I'm not a numbers guy.
You want the clean, like
clean,
whatever. This is more personal, of a personal build. Like there's no set horsepower or anything like that. You just want to build it and push the envelope in different avenues. What size turbo is it?
472 forced induction.
What size injectors?
Injectors 100 over exergies.
Okay. Single pump, obviously.
Single 10 mil.
12.
Is it 12?
12 mil.
I don't even know my own truck.
I love it. I love it.
All he wants to do is 1/4 mile burnout.
1/4 mile
That's all he wants to do.
Yes. From the church to my driveway. If you're local,
We'll set a date. We can come watch Brian do his burnout.
hopefully everyone's still quarantined so they can see the crap show that I'm about to perform.
But yeah, guys, just man, it is my camera will do this truck absolutely zero justice. These seats, man, are just I don't even think we can spend enough time going over all these details. Like every time I walk around it, there's just more. There's more, like the headliner, all the plastic, everything is black. Like look at these little lights up here. Look at these little puddle lights. Like everything is just absolutely beautiful. What's hiding behind here? You said a lot of wiring, magic stuff.
There's this back plate here is actually a 1/4 inch steel. When we had 4 seats, some people will remember we had 4 bucket racing seats.
I wasn't a big fan of the last seats, the red ones.
I wasn't either. That's why they're
gone,
decomposing somewhere in a landfill. Look at that, more truck parts.
Oh, UPS.
The man. Oh, you can't see it. My toe mirror's in the way.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about this beauty right here. If you guys were wondering what's going to cover the center console, my goodness. Brian, did you build this whole thing too?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I kind of winged it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Brian doesn't give himself enough credit. This is a piece of jalopiness to him, but
I watched 2 videos
on YouTube
for about 35 seconds, and I was like, I got this.
And then is this wiring land over here? This is where the magic. No,
this is not good wiring. This is when your uncle with 4.5 teeth needs his trailer wired up. This is where you come. A landscape trailer wired up so I can get your Jiffy Lube.
this is what you actually use.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand. I didn't know why you had landscape, wire up there. And
man, Uncle Jack, he get that low grade.
where's your supply of this stuff?
This stuff's pretty salty. So I only
so you don't keep a whole supply of Jack.
I'm not on that Jeremy Gray level, so I buy what I need.
You buy what you need. So many colors. So that's what's going to complete the rest of the in the engine.
So this here is for all these, and this is for my Ice Pro gauges.
Oh, really? All the gauges in the...
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. All right, we're going to put this thing up in the air so you guys can see how beautiful it is underneath as well. You know what you're doing over there, Squirrel?
Nope. That's pretty cool.
I have stopped.
Yeah, but that line was before we had this. Other one.
Shit, yeah, we got the bolt.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh man, we're good.
As Brian about to put his truck into the roof, I'm gonna pretend like you guys have done this a time or two.
There.
I think the vertically challenged people can crawl into there.
Oh man. Man, my truck used to be a little bit closer to this. I'm not saying it's the same, but after a couple blown engines and transmissions, it just doesn't look this nice underneath here anymore.
Who blew an engine?
I've blown a couple.
What? No. Hey,
You know, a couple fires. So batteries, both relocated back here. Trans cooler. Look at this. Even your tip is V-banded. What is wrong with you? You have a serious problem, my friend. Man, everything is just so beautiful.
For some of you guys that don't know, like when you do multiple clamps like this, a clamp stack up, instead of putting a clamp, screw, daisy chain them together.
Put them in the middle?
Put the clamp fastener, whatever you're using to secure it, tech screw, drywall screw, whatever, you know. Screw them together.
Man, look at this. This is just so beautiful. You guys spend a lot of time cleaning with toothbrushes and painting. Or, I'm sorry. Dan does.
No, Dan comes back to make fun of me when I break out the steam cleaner and the toothbrush.
Look at this.
Don't mind that harness, it's not sleeved.
We all, listen, everybody knows it's not completely done yet, but it's still done enough to appreciate.
Here, I'll show you this.
Steam cleaning the intercooler.
Vacuuming and straightening the fins with a pick. Before a show.
Oh man, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. What's up with this? Is this wrap?
Yeah, just vinyl. I can only afford to wrap half the wheel, so we did the inside.
Is he listening to Britney Spears in there?
Who knows?
He's really jamming out.
Did you do it for 30 seconds?
Well, I think we're gonna wash my truck here. Obviously, we're gonna be using some Renegade stuff, as always. But Denya's son over here doesn't like dirty vehicles. He said I'm not allowed in the driveway if my truck is not clean. What are you doing? Holy crap. But anyway, these guys have never used any of this stuff. What did he do? I didn't even see it.
He's drinking the water.
He's dying. He's dying. Look at this pressure washer.
Yeah.
I need to get rid of my gas unit, but
It's time.
Greg, here's your Bud Light Lime.
It's never too early.
well, we're gonna attempt to wash my truck. See if we can complete that task. How much am I supposed to use?
Not as much as you used in your last video.
All right, tell me when.
All right, that's plenty.
Okay, so we're gonna go a little more.
We're also going to put that in the foam cannon as well.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna use the cannon because this is actually right here, bucket or cannon. All right, say when.
All right, that's plenty.
Okay, a little more. A little extra.
All right, now we'll add water.
I brought the whole stash. With me, so I don't know. See if we use any of this other stuff in here as well. Definitely gonna be using that tire shine. That's for sure. Did you not take a bath yesterday?
It smelled delicious.
Oh yeah. About to put some tire shine on this old girl. Oh no. Oh, there it goes. I thought I was out. Oh boy. Dan, am I doing this right? Wrong?
We're gonna have to go on an ice run. My bag of ice inside the house melted. In my driveway? Are you serious? You let him do that in my damn driveway?
Am I not supposed to be tire shine in the driveway, Dan?
You leave tire shine marks in the driveway.
Yeah, I know that, but I didn't know I was supposed to not do that.
You know what happened last time there was a tire shine mark on my driveway?
Did somebody die?
I ate shit.
You told me to do it. You told me to do it. All right, I'm not doing it.
We're messing with you, buddy.
Oh, wait, are you really?
Yeah, we're getting a new driveway next month.
I don't really think he's actually kidding.
He's 100% kidding.
What are you doing? You got Swedish fish?
You know what Swedish fish are?
What?
Really?
Yeah, I know what's sweet. What do you think? I'm not American?
You know what these are delicious in? Vodka.
Wait, no.
You know what they're not delicious in?
Seriously, I'll pull my truck in the grass.
Moonshine.
Moonshine.
I'll pull my truck in the grass. Should I pull my truck in the grass?
No, I'm messing with you. Then you're gonna kill my grass. Nah, you're good, man.
You are ridiculous.
We do it here all the time.
Is that the Renegade stuff?
Yeah. You gotta let it dry. When you let it dry,
It won't sling.
it's like a paint.
Nice.
Alrighty, check this thing out. She is shining. She looks good. Hey, are you yelling in there? He's yelling. Are you yelling?
Yeah, he's yelling.
Oh boy. Check this thing out. We got this thing shined up. She is looking like a beauty. Big thanks to my man Dan helping us out, getting this thing cleaned up. But that's going to pretty much wrap up this video, guys. We are trying to test fit some custom front coils here, seeing how low we can get on the four-wheel drive. It is getting low to the track bar, the diff. We're getting close, but that's going to wrap up this video. Hey, you want to say goodbye to the internet? Say bye, Dan.